Now let's move over to the fittings. So there are a variety of types of fittings. So if you consider fittings, there are different types of fittings. The first one are elbows or bends. Then you have returns. You have T-joints. You have cross joints. Then you have reducers. You have couplings. You have caps. And then you have some special fittings. So we'll see them pictorially in a next slide, but before that we'll just explain what are those. So elbows are nothing but the bends which allow change in direction. So in elbows you have standard ones which are 90° or 45°. You can have any other angle, but these two are the ones standard. And within this, that is even for 45° or 90°, you have what is known as LR elbows and SR elbows. So LR stands for long radius elbows, and SR stands for short radius elbows. So in the case of long radius elbows, the radius of elbow is equal to 1.5 times D. So if the diameter of elbow is D and the radius of curvature is capital R, so radius of curvature is measured at its midline. So let me draw it bigger. So if this is your elbow, the R is the one which is measured at the midline, and the D is the diameter of the elbow. So in case of long radius elbows, the R is equal to 1.5 times D, and in case of short radius elbows, the R is equal to D. Obviously, the short radius elbows will require lesser space. However, the stresses are more in that. So long radius elbows are usually preferred. Then there are returns. Returns are like 180 degrees bends. So you are having returns which are of 180 degrees. Again, here you have long radius and short radius. The T joints are either equal T or unequal T. So you have T joint where all the three lines are of same size. So if this is 6 inches, this is also 6 inch, and this is also 6 inch. It is known as an equal T. And if you have a T joint where the main branch is 6 inches and other branch is shorter than that or a different size, 4 inches for example, it is known as unequal T. Then you have the cross. So cross is four-way joint. So this is the cross, which can be again equal or unequal. Then you have reducers. So reducers are where we want to change from larger pipe to smaller pipe. So you have concentric reducer and you have eccentric reducer. So in the concentric reducer, the center line of both the pipes are same. Whereas in the eccentric reducer, you have base of the piping same. So you have the two center lines will be offset in case of eccentric elbows. So both of them have their requirement in the piping layout, and that is there they are used. The couplings are the one which are used for joining two pipes. So if you want to join two pipes, let's say of different sizes, then you can have a socket welded joint socket welded coupling. So one pipe will fit here, another pipe will fit there. So this becomes a coupling, and there are variety of couplings depending on that. Caps are nothing but the blanks. So they are essentially end covers. So they are used to blind or close a joint. So this is the cap. So the cap again can be various shapes. They could be flat or they could be ellipsoidal and so on. So all these fittings, they are standardized, and the fittings are available as per the standard, and they are available in terms of pressure temperature rating class. Just like the flanges, they also are available in pressure temperature rating classes. So typically you will have the classes which are 2000 class, 3000 class, 6000 and 9000. So these classes are defined in the standards which are used for the fittings. So for the fittings we have seen previously that you have B 16.9 for butt welded fittings and B 16.11 for socket welded fittings. So these standards, they define the different classes, pressure temperature classes. So from that you can pick for your design pressure and design temperature condition, you can pick a fitting from this particular class. And there are special fittings which are used for certain requirements. So we will see the special fittings in the slides which I'm going to show next. This slide shows the different types of butt welded fittings. So as we have seen, the fittings can be butt welded fittings, socket welded fittings or threaded fittings. In the subsequent slides, we will see the socket welded and threaded fittings as well. Within the fittings, we said that there are elbows. So the first column indicates the different types of elbows. So the elbows could be of long radius or they could be of short radius. They could be of 90-degree angle or they could be of 45-degree angle. 90 degree is by far most common. The fittings could be in the form of returns, that is the 180-degree bend or the U bend. Again, they can be long radius or short radius. You can have T joints. So T joints could be straight, that is all the three sides having the equal size, or they could be reducing. So main branch having one size and the side branch is having smaller sides. Then you have the reducers. So reducers can be concentric where the axis of inlet and outlet is same, or they could be eccentric where the axis would be different. The reducers can have profile which is more streamlined as in the previous cases, or they could be straight as in the right hand side. And then we have the end caps or the end covers which are used for blocking or blanking a particular pipeline. So these are in general the different butt welded type of fittings. The same fittings will be available in the socket weld, which we'll see next. So here we will see the socket welded fittings. So you will see the elbows, the couplings, reducers. So here, for example, if you take this reducer, if you cut this reducer, it will have section which will be something like this. So we'll have one end which is larger and one would be smaller or same size. Then it will be an straight coupling or it would be reducing coupling. And the two pipes will get attached to the two sides and then they will be fillet welded. So that is the socket welded fittings. You will get socket welded T's as well. You will get socket welded caps. The cross or the union type of joint. So all of these are possible with the socket weld, and a similar way they are available in the threaded joints as well. So in the threaded fittings, the ends are threaded. So all the ends in this case will be threaded, and you can have, instead of cap, there will be plug here, and so on. So you will see the different types of fittings are available. All of them are covered by the standard which we mentioned previously, and they can be selected based on their pressure temperature rating. There are certain special fittings, as I mentioned earlier. Those are used when you are trying to connect uh, at one end, like for this one, this is socket outlet, or it is called sockolet, where one end it will be welded to a pipe. So you have a pipe onto which one end will be butt welded. So this will be butt welded joint, and the other end you will be putting a pipe and then giving a fillet weld. So this is known as sockolet, where you have welded on one side and other side which is socket weld type, or you can have both side welded, or you can have threadolet where one side is thread, other side is welded, or you can have nipple where there is a long pipe which is coming out and which is welded to a large pipe. So at this end you will have a large pipe to which it is getting welded. So these are not the standard fittings, so they are made by manufacturers and they are available in the manufacturer's catalog. So from there you will have to pick them. So this summarizes or gives you idea as to the variety of fittings which are available for piping engineer to prepare the layout. So depending on the requirements, you can use the different types of fittings.